Hi everyone. I just want to apologize real quick because I made a mistake. So this is just a video mainly for my Substack. Um, and I'm probably gonna do more videos for my Substack because I do like Substack better. It's um, it's more supportive of free speech, which though brings with it a problem, and that is there is a lot of trolls on there as well, and there's a lot of extremists on there. And the mistake I made was that I recommended one of them. And this is this channel here. I don't really want to show you the channel itself too much because I don't want to promote it. But as you can see, it's obviously a troll channel. Obviously, stupid, ridiculous stuff, like tinfoil hat kind of stuff, actually the kind of stuff I've been warning about. Um, yeah, bigoted stuff, intolerant stuff, extremist tinfoil hat stuff. And yeah, so why did I recommend it? I didn't really look at the channel, and I looked at one of the videos. I don't even remember which one of the videos it was. I think it was maybe it was I don't know. Maybe it was the one on the top. Now I showed the channel. Oh well. Maybe it was the one on the top. There was some more moderate videos, like, just as an example, the after school Satan, stuff. I mean, obviously, I don't think I've even watched that video, but I was kind of assuming, oh, it was like criticizing the after school Satan program, which is like this after school program by the Church of Satan. Well, it's not the Church of Satan. It's like it's not the Church of Satan, but it's a Church of Satan. It's some satanic church, and they're doing an after school program, right? So I felt, satanic after school education. Okay, well, criticizing that isn't too extreme, and I didn't really look at the other content, and I didn't even really look at that video either. So yeah. So I made the mistake of recommending the channel. I noticed the mistake. I removed it immediately afterwards, but I still wanted to point it out, wanted to apologize for that. I feel that's important because, a lot of a lot of the people I've been criticizing haven't done that. A lot of the newspapers and stuff, when they make a mistake, when they promote tinfoil hat stuff, stupid conspiracy theories, when extremist stuff, a lot of times they don't redact it. So that's my version of a redaction. I've already uh, deleted the recommendation. It's obviously some kind of troll, you know. And what he does is like sometimes he has some more moderate videos, like presumably, the video against against that satanic church, but he mixes it in with as you can see, intolerant extremist content. Um, so obviously a troll, and he's obviously trying to mix in, make people who criticize Satanists look bad and mix them in with intolerant bigots. Um, and by the way, I'm not even really necessarily criticizing the satanic after school program, because that's actually what they want, right? If you think about it, um, they want you to criticize, well, not the satanic after school program specifically, but they want you to criticize after school programs in general. That's actually their goal, right? That's what the that's what the Satanists want. They don't like Christian after school programs, right? So they make their own after school program so that intentionally provoking an outcry against after school programs. That's their goal. They don't like after school programs. Get it? So yeah, and so they use these kinds of dirty tactics a lot, and he also uses this kind of dirty tactic. He mixes in some legitimate criticism against Satanists with insane conspiracy theories and bigoted stuff, homophobic stuff, to make it appear as though, and that's his intention, is to, um, make legitimate criticism of, for example, Satanists, um, appear to be bigoted and appear to be crazy, and and so on. And by the way, I'm not criticizing Satanism. I'm not. I have a lot of friends who. Well, that doesn't sound right either. But I do have friends who are Satanists, and I don't like the ideology, but we can still be friends, right? Um, so I don't have anything against Satanists personally. I was just using this as an example. So yeah, um, yeah, and of course, I'm probably, not gonna upload this to YouTube, because the thing is, as soon as you mention certain keywords, like probably even Satanism or whatever, even though you're not saying anything bad, the algorithm can't really tell the difference, right? So I probably can't even put that on YouTube, but I might, maybe later on. Um, so if you see this on YouTube, or maybe I'll put it on BitChute. But BitChute, YouTube has the problem, that you have to be extremely careful what you say, even if you don't say anything bad. You have to be careful about what keywords you use and so on. It's a nightmare, right? So that's the problem with YouTube. Is they obviously have a free speech problem. And BitChute, yeah, on BitChute you can say pretty much anything, but then again, it leads to the same problem we have here on Substack as well. It leads to trolls being intentionally bigoted to make I don't know, conservatives or something look bad. So yeah, so I do, as you probably know, I do have a BitChute account, but I'm also kind of regretting having a BitChute account, because there's so many trolls, especially like that, in that vein, on BitChute. I think he also has a BitChute channel, and I think all of this stuff, pretty much all of his videos are actually from BitChute. So yeah, that's actually pretty much what BitChute looks like. It's a chute full of crazy, crazy tinfoil hat conspiracy theories, and bigotry. Um, so that's why I don't like BitChute. I do like it because I don't have to be careful what words I use. Um, but I don't like it because my content gets mixed in with, as you can see, this kind of content, which is why it was important to me to distance myself from this kind of stuff. Obviously, I'm not. Well, maybe some people call me a tinfoil hat. I can live with being labeled a tinfoil hat, but I'm not that kind of tinfoil hat. I'm not that crazy. Okay, so just wanted to make that clear and distance myself from these crazy tinfoil hats. And by the way, like I said, he isn't even really a tinfoil hat. Even he's a troll. And you can see that. Well, I showed you. By now, I showed you the Substack anyway. So yeah, don't subscribe to him. But well, um, but it I should have noticed right away, because, well, first off, his stuff is just insane, right? Um, and it's totally bigoted, so I should have noticed. Uh, but what was even more obvious was his recommendations. His recommendations. And I mean, like, my recommendations aren't perfect either, but as you can see, his recommendations, lips of TikTok. I should have noticed that he's a troll, right? So that's probably, his recommendations are probably genuine, right? He's like a liberal, right? And he just wants to um well, anyone who criticizes like Hillary Clinton, right? I mean, right? I mean, there is some legitimate reason to criticize Hillary Clinton, right? Right? Even if it has nothing to do with this kind of stuff he talks about here. You don't have to be a tinfoil hat to criticize Hillary Clinton, right? There's some legitimate criticism there, right? Even some people in the Democratic Party criticize Hillary Clinton for good reasons, right? But he makes it makes it appear as though, oh yeah, any criticism of Hillary Clinton is crazy, and if you criticize Hillary Clinton, then you probably believe that she's a reptilian and that she's a vampire and she drinks blood or something, no, there's some legitimate criticism, right? But people don't take the legitimate criticism seriously because trolls like this guy try to paint any legitimate criticism and mix in any legitimate criticism with crazy tinfoil hat conspiracy theories that no one really believes in anyway, except for those trolls. It's like when you run out of arguments to defend Hillary Clinton, then you just go and say, yeah, you're just criticizing her because you probably believe the Earth is flat and she's a reptilian. No, I don't. No, I don't. But there were some legitimate concerns and some legitimate leaks, like, for example, on WikiLeaks. And it wasn't the tinfoil hat kind of. There was no tinfoil hat kind of stuff there. It had nothing to do with vampires or drinking blood or anything like that. There were some legitimate concerns, concerning her emails and the security there and so on. Had nothing to do with crazy stuff, right? But anytime you try to bring that up, anytime you try to bring up legitimate criticism, or even just of the Clintons in general, well, if you're like famous, you mysteriously disappear. And if you're not famous, then, just no one is going to take you serious because they'll say, oh, yeah, you probably believe she's a reptilian. No, I don't. It has nothing to do with that. But it's an effective tactic. And you can see how many people are using that, how many trolls there are. It's insane, Yeah. But that's why it's important, to distance yourself from that, and so I needed to do that.